Hello, Potato, and welcome to You Don't Have to Be Happy Hour, where we're trying desperately to drink our way into the holiday spirit. It is Thanksgiving week, so this week's videos are all going to be Thanksgiving meal themed, or at least inspired. And we're starting off the week with a visit to my frenemy, the Bud Light Seltzer Ugly Sweater Pack. So, if you've watched the last two You Don't Have to Be Happy Hours, you'll know that in the first one, I tried the cherry cordial, which was actually quite nice, and really raised my opinion of Bud Light Seltzer, which, to be fair, was very low to start with. So it only had up to go. But of course, if you watched the second Ugly Sweater Pack video, you'll remember that I tried Sugar Plum, which unfortunately was exactly what I was expecting from Bud Light Seltzer, which is to say, it was just awful and bitter and perfumey and just nothing good about it. And indeed, at 5% by volume alcohol, not even enough to get me buzzed. So this week, with Thanksgiving in mind, I figured we'd try cranberry, because cranberry's very Thanksgiving, right? It's our cranberry sauce seltzer. It doesn't say sauce on it, just says cranberry. Because hey, it is seltzer season. Yep, cranberry hard seltzer, and we're gonna try it. Figured start off Thanksgiving week with what I expect now at this point to potentially be the worst thing we try. Although I still expect Seltzer Nog is going to be the worst of the things in this pack, but we'll find out probably next week on that one. It's going to have to try hard to beat Sugar Plum, I won't say that. So we have kind of a tie right now. We have good and awful. So cranberry is going to put one or the other ahead. Either that the Bud Light Seltzers are as bad as I thought they were going to be, or perhaps Sugar Plum was actually the aberration, and the rest of them are going to be okay. So what do you have anything to say about the cranberry? No, we really don't. There's no fruit in it, right? Water, cold fermented cane sugar. Yeah, there's still no fruits actually listed in here. There's just natural flavors, which could be, anything. I mean, cow manure is a natural flavor, and possibly what they use to flavor the Sugar Plum. All right, so let's check out our cranberry seltzer. Let's just not delay it. Let's just get it over with in case it's bad, or get to it if it's good. Give ourselves a nice little pour here. As the other ones, it is clear, no coloring at all, just clear seltzer water. So if you wanted to get a little tipsy while fooling people and thinking you're just drinking like a bubbly, you could do one of these. Let's give it a sniff. It kind of, the scent reminds me of the cranberry ginger ale. They make like with a Canada Dry makes a cranberry ginger ale. This kind of smells like that to me, which I do like the cranberry ginger ale. So it could be okay. It smells better than the Sugar Plum did, but I'm not going to necessarily assume that means much of anything. So let's give it a try without any further delay. Bottoms up. Well, it's got the bitterness that the Sugar Plum had, which is, to be fair, something I associate with like seltzer waters anyways. So that's not necessarily totally fair to hold against it, or at least unless you're going to hold it against all of these kind of lightly flavored seltzers. I'm not getting that horrible, overwhelming perfuminess I was getting with the Sugar Plum. The cranberry flavor is not as pronounced as either the Sugar Plum or the cherry cordial. It's definitely not as good as cherry cordial, but it's nowhere near as bad as Sugar Plum. I could actually see myself drinking the rest of these, as for the Sugar Plums, I have no idea what I'll do with, or who I'll inflict them on, because they're awful. But I say, on the balance, I'm going to put cranberry in the middle. Honestly, it's certainly nowhere near as bad as that, but it's not as good as that. It definitely reminds me a lot more of just normal flavored seltzer waters. So, if you like that stuff, you like the bubbly and the La Croix or whatever those ones are, if you like those, you might like this one as well if you want to get a little Thanksgiving cranberry on. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not great. It is straight down the middle between the two. So ultimately, it will be the Seltzer Nog that determines whether or not this is drinkable or not. I mean, this was good. This is drinkable. This is undrinkable. But ultimately, Seltzer Nog here is going to break the tie. We don't have a definite lead as to whether these are good or not. We have good, bad, and acceptable. Seltzer Nog, I think, may tip this whole thing towards bad. But we'll find out when we do the last part of the Ugly Sweater Pack, which will again probably be next week. So I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And remember that alcohol is kind of a double-edged sword. It may make being around family more tolerable, but it may make you less tolerable. I'll see you in the next video.